As we wrap up Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we're reminded that technology isn't just transforming the financial sector, it's driving innovation, strengthening security, and redefining the future of banking. Welcome to the NBR podcast. I'm Belinda Omuliza, and today I'm pleased to be joined by Bertrand Ngoma, Chief Technology Innovation Officer here at the National Bank of Rwanda. He'll be diving into how technology is reshaping the National Bank of Rwanda's operations and how this impacts the financial sector in Rwanda. Welcome to the show, Bertrand.
Thank you, Belinda.
Yeah, happy to have you here. Before we dive in, could you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to pursue a career in IT specifically?
Well, it's a long time ago, but I've always been solution-driven, even at a young age, liking to solve problems, puzzles. So when I finished my high school, I got an opportunity to apply at this tech university. I got accepted and went for it and never looked back.
Thank you for sharing that. Building on your journey, here at the National Bank of Rwanda, you're part of the ICTD Directorate. And for some people who are hearing that for the first time, they might not know some of its roles or functions. Do you mind breaking that?
Maybe before I speak about what we do in the ICT Directorate, let's talk about the National Bank of Rwanda mandate, right?
Yeah.
We talk about financial stability, price stability, and financial inclusion. The ICT Directorate directly supports that mandate through our IT ecosystem. So those are the different applications that we have that run the business processes across the bank, the infrastructure that host those applications, and the security measures and solutions that we have that secure that IT ecosystem. In a nutshell, that's our responsibility is that IT ecosystem supports the bank's mandate here.
Yeah, that's really insightful. It actually brings me to my next question. In a global sense, in this day and age, there are many emerging technologies, for example, AI as we've seen it, cloud computing, or even data analytics. So how have these tools enhanced, the bank's operations, or how people even engage with technology?
Our main goal is to support the bank mandate through our IT ecosystem. But our job doesn't just stop there. We're constantly looking at and exploring these new emerging technologies to help the bank achieve their mandate more efficiently with improved and timely service delivery. So because this is the National Bank of Rwanda and the nature of the work that we do here, we are also careful to make sure that there are established policies and regulations around these new emerging technologies before we implement them. So today we are exploring, talking about AI. We have different engagement with different business stakeholders across the bank to understand how we can optimize their processes faster, efficient, and AI does that, right?
Yeah.
So we have different use cases from different departments that we are currently exploring with AI solutions. Hopefully in the future, the next time we speak, those solutions will be live and in our IT ecosystem as well.
Yeah. As we're talking about these emerging technologies, I recently saw a study that said that every 39 seconds a cyber attack occurs. That was very surprising for me too, because how? So it makes me wonder, how is the ICT department ensuring that the bank's systems are secure and resilient in the midst of these attacks?
Our main goal, again, is to make sure that that IT ecosystem I was telling you about is secure and reliable. We do this by constantly monitoring for potential threats, assessing risks before they become problems, and making sure we respond quickly in the event something unusual happens. And we also focus on building resilience, making sure that even if a threat occurs, our system and services remain available and secure.
Yeah, understanding this, it brings me to believe that fostering that culture of awareness is also just as important. As we're talking about these cyber attacks, from your experience, what should people or financial institutions be more aware of? And also, what simple steps can people take to avoid these attacks?
The biggest attacks today that we see are phishing attacks, online fraud, scams that target people rather than systems. So my advice, be aware of messages or links that seem suspicious. When you're transacting online, make sure you're doing it on an official banking platform.
Yeah.
Make sure your devices are up to date. So simple steps like that will help you protect your information and protect the bank's information as well. Now, when it comes to the people and culture and awareness, it's very important to understand that cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, right? So we continuously engage the bank staff through training, awareness sessions, and practical exercises that help them recognize and respond to potential threats. To make it simple, when we're having these engagements, we try to have a different analogy and talk about now your personal security, right?
Yeah.
When you look at your personal security, for instance, your home, you can have all the security technology in place, security alarms and so on. But if you leave your home without switching on that security alarm or without locking your door, then you're opening up to compromise your home security. So it's the same thing here as well, just be aware, and it will help our resilience when it comes to cybersecurity.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, especially fostering this cultural awareness. It also just allows people to know, like, taking that one step, you're already 10 steps ahead. So thank you for pointing that out. Shifting gears to digital transformation in the context of, let's say, a central bank, what does this mean, and how is ICTD driving this change?
The digital transformation, when we say digital transformation, I feel like everyone from those two words can understand that, it's a transformation that's digital, but it's not that simple, right? Understanding of digital transformation in our perspective, as you may know, we started our digital transformation journey about 2 years ago, where we started first developing the strategy, right? So that involved us visiting and understanding the whole bank mandate, the processes from all the departments, division, directorates, understanding the current, the as-is business processes, right? What applications are running those processes, identifying the gaps, the current gaps, and now drafting the to-be, which is the transformation. So it was a very exciting activity, because even for us in ICTD, I got to learn now more about bank, from the administration, what do you do in an administration? What are your processes? What systems do you use? What are your pains, right? What are the gaps that you see? The second part of that is to execute the strategy. And we have different initiatives to address all those pain points and digitally transform the bank.
Yeah, you talked about these initiatives. Do you mind shedding light on some of these different initiatives?
The gap analysis we did as well, we also did it within our department, where we looked at our current processes, the current system, infrastructure, security that we have, identify the gaps that we had, so we can address them. One of them, I'll say, is upgrading our architecture. Our current ecosystem architecture is not a sound architecture, right? So one of the most important initiatives that we have actually is to now design sound architecture for our IT ecosystem, for our business processes, for our data, infrastructure architecture, and application architecture as well. So it's something that we did not have currently, and it's a core and fundamental piece that needs to be established before we even talk about growing and implementing these new emerging technologies. So our main goal right now is to establish that architecture.
Yeah, listening to today's conversation, it reminds us that technology isn't just a tool, it's a catalyst for action, turning vision into action. So thank you for breaking down and also showing how ICTD is, driving this innovation and resilience to power the bank into a more, efficient and digital bank. We hope to see you in the near future.
Thank you, Belinda.
And that's a wrap on episode 20 of the MBA podcast, where we remain committed to breaking down complex economic topics with clarity, less jargon, more relatable, real-world examples. But before we go, remember to share with a friend, and let's keep the conversation going.